What's his name?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Did they show that in his documentary?
No, we'll talk about that.
Because I didn't see the movie. I heard it was good.
The people, Johnny Cash, first wife, was African American mixed.
Yeah, back then too.
Well, let's talk about that.
There was a law they would not allow them to do that.
Well, she passed as white.
She passed as white. Okay.
The movie the Walk the Line movie, she was a white woman in the movie.
Oh.
Now this is 20. What is this?
A biracial lady?
We in 2020. What was that? 2023, 2022?
It's not back like Cleopatra days.
What is this?
Where Cleopatra was truly a white woman, but she wasn't.
Y'all still making people white in movies.
You got too many actors out there that could have played that part.
That's what we doing still.
We was just talking today about who was on The View. What's her name? Zoe?
Zoe, yeah.
Yeah, she's biracial.
Not only is she black, but the whole reason, one of the main reasons they got divorced is because she's black. Oh, and the movie didn't even show any of that.
That was her main
They didn't touch any of it.
And his kids. He had kids by her.
And they made it seem like June was this nice, sympathetic woman. No, she was a woman that went in and took him. He had 4 kids and he was married. Mm-hmm. And she had an affair with him.
Right.
So, what is this movie? What are they doing with these movies?
I don't know. They were really tight on
you get rid of the black woman and you make the white woman look like she's sympathetic and sweet.
When what's her name married the Princess Diane's son, what's her name? Marcos.
Yeah.
They tore her apart with her mom being black.
So it says here, truth is stranger to the fiction department. A photo that set in motion a lot of problems for the couple. Johnny Cash was married to an African-American woman in the 1950s. Mm. They would say she was Italian, which in itself could mean she has African blood, because we know the South Italians, they called them Negroes because they was mixed. Mm. But suspected it was more than just that. The Klan down South gave them the side eye, protesting him and his shows. What happened was he got arrested, and she came and helped bail him out. And when they walked out of the courtroom, it must have been a day where she wasn't looking white.
She didn't have her makeup on.
Her hair was thick and everything. She didn't put
on her passport white makeup.
She probably got out of bed real quick and ran over there. She ain't had time to press her hair or nothing.
So they like,
that was Negro hair.
I knew it.
She looked straight up like a black woman. And they was coming out of the courtroom and he holding her hand. And those white people in the South went, what in the HE double toothpicks is going on here?
He been married to
You mean to tell me?
You mean to tell me?
Our beloved Johnny Cash, the father of country music, that we are protesting to get Beyonce out of.
Yeah.
Married to a colored woman.
A colored woman. I knew it. I looked at her for a while.
That ain't no Italiano.
No. She ain't no Italian.
And they ran him and her up out of the South so fast, your head couldn't spin. The KKK.
He couldn't even go home to grab his guitar.
It says here, they would say, she was Italian, whatever. The Klan down South was side-eyeing them. That was a perilous time to be an interracial couple.
Yes.
So give props to them. He never once said she wasn't. He never once ran away from her. With all due respect to Johnny Cash, I actually got more respect for him now. He stayed and wanted to fight the KKK.
Oh, my.
She wanted to get out. Like, I'm not dealing with all of this.
They may take our lives.
He said, oh, no. I'll marry who I want to when I want to. So go, good boy Johnny Cash. We're sticking up for her.
Okay.
It says it turns out the man in black was a true rebel and lived his life on his terms with respect. She ended up bowing out of the marriage after 10 years and children. Roseanne Cash being one. We all know Roseanne Cash. That's her mom. Now later on, Roseanne Cash did that. This is your life, the one where they trace your ancestry. And on that ancestry one, she saw she had the whole black line.
Yeah, her mom. So.
They showed that on there. So she already knew she was.
Is that the black guy that does the ancestry?
Yeah.
Okay, I can look that up.
So right there, you can see the show with her. She does a show.
Good. He's doing that with a lot of entertainers.
With Roseanne Cash. And her other brothers or whatever, they always knew they was mixed with black.
Really?
But I guess that's something the country music and the country people you never talk about Johnny Cash's wife.
No.
With his kids.
And they didn't say
Not like she was just some woman he married and then had sex with her and threw her out.
Exactly.
He had a whole family with her.
That was the mother of his children. And
Roseanne Cash, your beloved Roseanne Cash.
And they didn't say that in the movie.
No.
We were sitting, that's why I was saying, is that a documentary?
It says now even in the movies, they don't even portray her that way. And they didn't even touch on it. How can you not touch? You do a movie about Johnny Cash.
Yes.
And you don't even touch on the fact he was ran out of the South by the KKK.
By the KKK because he
was married to a woman that was black.
That's a major happening in your life. That should be in a show, in a book.
And when you do put his wife in the movie, she's white.
Yeah.
And you don't even talk about the fact that June Cash had an affair with him and took him from his wife.
Thank you. And that's why the wife left.
They said they portrayed Vivian in the movie as this bitter woman. That's why he left her.
He cheated on her.
But they said in real life, she was probably one of the most sweetest people that you ever want to meet. There's a documentary on her. So if you guys get a chance, look at the documentary on Vivian Cash.
Vivian Cash, his first wife.
That is Johnny Cash's
biracial. She was part black.
The mother of his kids.
Came to bail him out of jail, and the Ku Klux Klan side-eyed her and said, "You ain't no Italian."
They kept that secret, that his wife was black.
Hey.
You never hear about that with Johnny Cash.
No, you don't. And this is country music.
Country music.
Ready to kick Beyonce to the curb.
Country music that is, like you said, so mad. Not all people, but the ones that are. Mad that Beyonce's coming in. And you probably got more stories like this that we don't even know.
Yes. Thank you, Dolly Parton, for embracing Beyonce.
We love Dolly Parton.
Very sweet spirit. Very sweet spirit. She embraces her. Anybody. What is wrong with people?
Music belongs to everybody.
It's no color. It's no color on music.
No.
God.
We don't care. There's some black people that care, but by this, we don't care
I don't
no more
care.
about white people singing
we
soul
got runs and
or
riffs that sound better than Aretha Franklin.
jazz
Who cares?
or
some of them can hip hop
or hip
better
hop.
than us.
Nobody cares
like,
anymore.
whoa, that Asian boy dancing. Go ahead.
And FYI, Drake is mixed.
Yeah, he's biracial.
He's the number one. The dude celebrates whatever, the Jewish holidays.
Oh,
his mother's Jewish.
He probably had a bar mitzvah, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Y'all, Drake had a bar mitzvah.
So it doesn't matter anymore. Your number one rapper in the country is mixed.
Yes.
Now, this leads us to a very, very, very good point. This is a part that needs to be part of the black discussion.
Wow.
Even something we got to probably start talking about.
Okay.
It's controversial.
Okay.
The one drop blood rule. If you have one drop of black blood, you are considered black. Now that came.
Where did that come from? Ku Klux Klan?
From white people.
Yeah, Ku Klux Klan figured a drop.
Now,
so they can have a reason to not like you.
So that goes back to us.
Oh, okay.
When we say somebody's automatically black, but they're mixed.
That's why I'm saying we got to be careful with that. They're biracial. I told Mama.
We say Obama's black president. Is he?
I told Mama, I said, our country, but here's the thing. We're learning in this country, especially with younger people. Younger people not doing that like we did.
They don't do the one drop.
They're not like my mom and us as far as our thoughts. Sometimes not you too, but sometimes I'm think different than you.
No, we think like that.
But, and even kind of how.
If your mom is black and we think if one parent is black, you black. But that's not true.
But you got to understand, because we're living in America that sees color.
Exactly.
So if you're biracial
and you don't look biracial, then they're not going to call you mixed.
My mom's mom could pass for white.
Yes. But that is a controversial.
And she thought she was a white woman when she was losing her memory.
That is a controversial thing, because if Obama was light and looked like a white man, would they have still called him the first black president?
Yeah, because people think that one drop of blood, because his dad was black.
No, I'm talking about if we looked at him and he looked like a white man with blue eyes, would they have still called him the first black president?
We would, because once we know that his dad is from Nigeria or Kenya,
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That came from white people
labeling us as
labeling.
Our color.
If you have one drop of black blood, you're black. Well, so then in that case, so she did not live her life, Johnny Cash's wife, as a black woman. So she probably didn't consider herself black. And in my opinion,
she embraced her white side.
Yeah. What do you have? Here's the thing with us. We have cousins that are mixed. What do I care what? Identify with whatever you want to identify with.
Thank you. That's probably one of the reasons. I know the black guy.
They got a whole white mom.
I forgot the name. I wish I knew his name that was on The View this past week, and they tore him apart for his book. He's a younger black guy, and he really is stressed. He really talked about the comment that Martin Luther King made about judging people on their character and not their color.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate that our country still looks at color, because there are biracial kids who don't feel one or the other. Right. But when they're in a car being racial profiled and they happen to look that color, a police officer is not going to say, I wonder if he's biracial.
But I agree with Tiger Woods.
So they do look at color.
Tiger Woods says, I'm Korean and I'm black. What's wrong with that?
Was his mom Korean?
I thought she was from or whatever. Philippines, whatever.
Well, whatever.
I think she's Korean.
Was she Korean?
Let's see.
You
What is
sure?
Tiger
South
Woods?
Korean? I thought she was Filipino. But
You
I could
sure?
be wrong. Yeah. But even with The Rock, Dwayne, The Rock. So we're in a society now where a lot of people are biracial. And even though you got 10% this, 5% that, 20%.
He is 1/4 Thai.
Thai, that's it.
1/4 Chinese.
Okay.
1/4 black white. And 1/8 African American or Native American.
Right. You did our culture. You did our ancestry on you.
I used to always think, because they used to always tell me, oh, you got Native American.
Her features. Her dentist.
You got high cheekbones.
Her jawbone was like a Native American.
Yeah, he looked at my mom. He said, oh, you got Native American. Girl, we did that thing. We got like 1 or 2%.
You did 1 or 2%. Mama kept saying her grandmother was half Native American.
Half. See, that's why it's not a lot.
But the other side was white.
It's white.
We have more white
than we got anything else.
Native American. Yeah.
And I used to, black people used to love saying we're
Native.
I'm Indian. I'm half Indian.
My hair, I'm Indian. Look at my hair.
No, we more white.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't say that sadly, but I just thought I say it because we were told that we were black and Native American. But
my friend, he got mad because he's so Afrocentric.
Yes.
And he's dark, like real dark, like my hair. And he's from Guyana. And he said they did a history thing, and he had some people in his family from India.
Right. He Guyanese.
So I told him, but not all Guyanese have Indian.
Exactly.
So I told him, you Indian.
My Jamaican college buddy. Remember we went to see her.
Oh, mom? Her grandmother.
You could.
She's straight up Indian.
Indian for real. Even her native tongue was like. I said, "Oh my God, your grandmother. She's so cute. Oh my God."
So I thought that was it.
So interesting. Biracial. Did y'all know that?
MC says, finally caught you early in the live. Hey, MC. Hey. M. Perk says, hey, ladies. Hi, everyone.
Everybody
hey,
in the chat, everybody.
Wendy says, hey, sisters. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
M. Perk says, Tiger Woods is white.
You know what? Yeah. I think he got a wake-up call when he couldn't get in that one golf club.
Well, he did that when he was little.
It was like, no. He was of age.
No, he said when he was little, he couldn't get in them either.
Oh, but he made a comment.
He said, I'm very aware I'm black.
And we were like, put a hoodie on and be running down the street.
He knows.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his father as black.
But like we were saying, who do you identify with?
Who you identify
That's why
with.
people was probably cracking on, what's his name, the quarterback on Kansas.
Oh, McCombs.
But
McCombs says he's black.
But no, they were going by how he talks.
No, that's what I just said.
And how he acts.
No,
that's a white boy.
I asked you that. I said if Obama wasn't dark skinned, would they call him black? They don't call McCombs black.
They'll probably call him.
You just answered the question. No, if he talks a certain way and looks a certain way.
But you gotta redo his look. If he looks like Mahomes.
I said that. I said if he he's not dark skinned and he looked like Mahomes, if he looks like him.
He would have questions.
They wouldn't say he's the first black president.
He would have questions.
See, that's not right.
They questioned Mahomes. I'm thinking, look at the man's father.
But even then, you going by the one drop blood. I mean, one blood, whatever.
And it's if he says it. There's a movie out. I told you about that movie with those two black women.
He said, I'm black.
It was a movie out. God, I wish I'd written down the name of it. And
so
you may even know. It was a famous actress. Both of them played.
You talking about Imitation of Life?
No, not Imitation of Life. These two black women went to school together.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They passed for white.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One married a black man.
Another one married a white
man.
The
other one married a white
man.
man.
Don't say the end of it in case people want to watch it.
The white man never knew she was black.
Yeah, he found out.
She was missing hanging with the black people. She's like, I love this.
Yep.
He found out.
Yep. Yeah.
Not a good ending.
No.
But
back to this. That's what I'm saying. To me, it's what you identify. Yeah. Has Mariah Carey ever said anything?
I ask you that.
I don't think Mariah.
I don't follow her like that.
I don't think Mariah Carey has ever said anything. Or what's her name that dances? Straight up now, tell me if you me
she forever.
Yes. What's her name? Paula Abdul. I don't think she's ever said anything. So to me, they don't have to.
Halle Berry has.
She has. She says black woman. But to me, because she says it, that's why people say Halle Berry black.
Right. See,
she says it.
But if she's identified, let's say for sake of argument, she identifies with the white side
that's
of her family.
Fine.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think anything
that's
wrong
why
with
we
it.
need to. I told my mom, I said, just like God allowed the children of Israel to wander in the wilderness for 40 years until that mindset died.
Ours has to die.
Ours have to die. We got 40, how many more years now before my mom's age is off this
earth? In our generation.
You need to start watching Roots. You need to understand who your black people race are and all that. I'm like, what if you are biracial and your white side used to own your black side? What you gonna do then? Oh, Mama, you own my dad's family. See that? A lot of kids today, they don't think about that.
Well,
it's like a blended thing. I don't think race. I don't think I'm a black girl or a black man.
To me, it's what you identify as.
Yeah, how you grew up. It's your environment.
And I even go a step further than that. It's not even so much what you identify. Right. It is what you look like. Like you said, Tiger Woods can identify as much as he wants to with being Korean. But if he's running down the street, he's a black man running down the street.
Don't wear no hoodie.
But I understand as far as conversation, I got it.
Right,
it's that.
Yeah, because Kaepernick, when he did his little story on him, his mom was kind of uneasy about him getting his hair braided. He was identifying with the black side of his,
which I don't care. To me, it don't matter.
But the mother was nervous.
But I say that to say the same thing with transgender. If you identify,
respect what they feel.
If you identify as a woman, I don't want Mike Tyson with a wig coming on in the bathroom.
But if he identifies,
if he looks like a woman, then I wouldn't want you coming in the man's bathroom.
But that's different. Because there are people who are transgenders or who identify as the other sex.
Yeah, but you gotta look like it.
No, because because if they don't feel that let's just say for sake of argument, they feel they look like it. No. You can't tell them they don't. I
just said that. I said if Tiger Woods is running down the street,
that's different.
And he identifies as a Korean,
that's different.
No, it's not. If he identifies as a Korean, what does everybody looking at him run down the street identify? They see him as a black man. Same thing with transgender. Right. You can say you're a woman, but if you don't look like one, if I see you and I see a man, then I don't care what you identify as. You look like a man.
I know, but I'm trying to say just the same thing. It doesn't matter what other people are thinking.
It matters when
you can't build a law around it.
Now,
he may suffer the consequences.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, you need to say that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he'll suffer the consequences because others see him as a black man running or the transgender.
Exactly.
I know you say you feel you're a woman.
But you don't look like one.
But look at that Adam's apple and everything else about you.
Now, if you look like a woman and you walk in a woman's washroom, I don't think anybody would turn their head.
But if you they look like screaming a woman, like, get out of here.
Exactly.
Sorry, sir.
And I don't think if you look like a woman and you walk in a man's washroom, they're going to be like, why are you in here?
I identify as a man.
You look like a woman with a short haircut. Get out of here.
You may get beat down.
All I'm saying
Suffer the consequences.
Whatever you, that's like that racial woman, whatever, NAACP. Oh. She identifies as a black woman.
Yeah. She got beat down big time.
You look like a white woman.
Yeah. She lied, though. But go ahead. Yeah, I get your point.
That's all I'm saying. You can identify with whatever you want to identify with, but when the cows come home, the chickens come home to roost, whatever we see you as, that's what you're going to be at that moment.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's true.
I can identify as a skinny woman. Ooh. Right now, I am skinny. I wear a size 5.
You know what? And try to wear it, and people go, maybe there's a mental issue with her. Because she is truly not skinny.
I'm a skinny woman on the inside.
So, yeah. Well, it goes back to how the world sees you.
Exactly. That's why if I'm a skinny woman on the inside, I need to get on the track and run so that the world sees me for who I am on the inside. Because right now, they're not seeing a size 5.
They're hearing her crying out, get me out of here. I'm really skinny. I get it.
If you want the world to see you for who you think you are, then you got to look like what the world thinks you're supposed to look like.
But then you're going back into going what the world says.
Sorry, that's life.
Well, you just have to deal with the consequences. Like you're saying, if that kid identifies himself as a certain race,
right,
and people still see another race.
If you don't want to conform that way, then you got, like you said, you suffer the consequences.
Maybe racial profile.
You got to suffer.
To get the job.
You got to suffer the consequences. Yeah. If you want to be on the edge and you want to be a leader and a forward thinker, sometimes you got to go out and get all the shots.
Isn't that sad? Because one of my sorority sisters, I asked her about her last name, and her last name was Latino.
Oh.
And I said, people already assume things about her before she walks in the door.
Exactly.
So she had to change her name for certain things.
Now, she didn't have to. She could have been a rebel and said, I'm going to change things.
I'm going to break the doors down.
That's up to you.
As a black Latina and come in.
And I don't blame. If you want to do that, I'm fine with it. But understand that when you're the first guy out there, you get hit with all the arrows.
You may be the trailblazer.
You might be the trailblazer.
Get knocked down. But they keep moving.
You got to be the trailblazer.
They're knocking doors down.
If you don't want to be a trailblazer in that particular thing, then you do what you need, which is probably what Johnny Cash's wife did. I'm not trying to be a trailblazer for interracial couples.
Yeah,
I'm a woman who I've always lived my life as a white woman. My husband
likes being treated nicely.
My husband is white. I'm not walking around talking about I'm interracial. Okay. Now you guys saw that when I woke up with my hair the way that the ancestors.
Because I'm like, how did she change? How did they recognize her?
Not this picture. Her hair wasn't pressed and curled.
She been saying she's Italian.
Well, when that hair wasn't pressed and curled and that makeup wasn't on, they was like,
that Ku Klux Klan sat there and side-eyed her. She ain't no Italian. She black. Get them.
So there you go.
Okay.
There you go. She didn't have no press and curl in.
I'm just mad. I'm mad that they didn't show that in the movie.
Yeah, but she's pretty though.
She is. She's cute.
Better than June. June is not good looking.
Well, a lot of times they leave you for a not attractive woman.
Anyway,
so it don't matter.
Africa, South Africa.
Yeah, we've been there.